So the first thing you'll want to do to dump the black water is there's a handle here in front. That's a nice gripping handle. Do not grip this gray handle down here at any time during the carrying process of this. Grab this handle. There's another handle on the bottom gray portion on the back side. Lift it up and out. Set it back down again. And then you take the top off. To take the top off, there's a little latch here that you don't have to pull out very far at all, maybe 1/4 inch at most. And it pivots up and you take it off. You set it down and you see that this is you can see there's a little bit of water here still. Be very careful with that if you happen to have a little bit of water there that all didn't get flushed in. And you pick it up and you walk with it. Now, one thing you can do is it's a sealed system, so you can't just walk with it kind of like a suitcase. Obviously, if you use this as a handle, you will open it and make a mess. So don't ever, ever, ever walk with this as a handle. And we'll just walk inside and show you. All right, so just as a reminder, the only thing that should be in here is toilet paper and waste. No napkins or anything like that you might use to clean with. Anything that's not toilet paper will need to go in the trash. So we have this. We'll open up the toilet. Next thing you do is you take this and you turn it all the way to about this angle here, roughly. Unscrew this cap, being careful what you touch. Gently set this cap aside. And then you turn this and get close to it so there's very little place where the water can fall, distance for the water to fall. And you pour it out. And you'll notice how I kind of tilt it to get all the last bit of water out. You want to pour it slowly, especially when it's very full. And then what we usually do is you have to find a fresh water source and fill it up a little bit. And you might want to do this 2 or 3 times. We'll just do it once for the video. Close it back up so it's a sealed container. And shake it around. Make sure you notice how I shook it upside down so the water got into this nozzle. And now we've done shooking a little bit. Take the nozzle back off, being very careful with everything. Set it back down gently. And lower the edge so the water only has a very little distance to drop. And dump it all out. Make sure to seal it back up. Return this back to the original position right there, and we'll walk it back out. One thing to note is this thing does have an open and close. In theory, they suggest that you turn that to the open position to do the dumping of it. I've found that causes more issues and causes things to leak out in places you don't want them to. So I always just leave this little vent in the closed position. There's enough airflow through here to act as a vent. And now we'll walk it back out to the vehicle and show you the rest of the process. All right, so now going back, even though we just finished dumping in a separate video, we showed how to dump the waste. Now we're going to show you how to refill the top of the toilet with fresh water. And note that this thing is pretty heavy when it's full, so be careful when you're lifting it when it's full. There's a handle on the front and just no other handle on the back, just kind of a hand finger hold a little bit there. It's not a proper handle though. So to get access to this, the easiest way to do it is just lift the main toilet lid up, and you notice there it does turn into a pressure vessel depending on elevation and heat. So just note that, and we'll fill it up to the top. So make sure your sprayer jet, which is, we'll show you how to connect to the van in a separate video, and make sure it's set to jet, and gently fill it up. And so you've topped it off, put the lid back on, and then we're gonna walk around and show you how to reassemble everything real quick. All right, so we've just finished filling this, and now this is the bottom part that you previously hopefully saw us show you how to empty. You see the little hooks there. We're gonna hook the front of these pieces underneath there, and then we're gonna drop it down, and this latch will latch onto the back piece of the top. and it's very heavy, so, and then it's kind of latches in place. Sometimes you do have to move it around a little bit to get it to kind of go in. It can be difficult. And so now we're going to rotate the toilet all the way around so it has the proper orientation to use. And as a reminder, this is the lever you never ever grab down here. This is the handle we do grab to lift it. And then there's a handle back here as well that we're going to use to lift it. It's obviously easiest to lift it as short a distance as possible, so I've slid it as close to there as I can. I use this as leverage for myself. You find out what works for you. There we go, and slide it in. This little thing here is the click that locks it in place. All of our drawers have that. And you want to make sure that comes all the way in and latches fully. And that's what holds that drawer in place so it doesn't bounce around and open up while we're driving. And we'll also put the toilet paper away while we're at it. Hope you're enjoying our van.